The scary videos on this top 16 list count down strange things that are weirdly creepy. Stuff that should not exist and yet somehow was caught on camera to scare us all. Number 16. A creepy video has one New York family freaking out and feeling watched ever since this very scary looking man came onto their property, sneaking through the bushes while carrying, get this, a small stepladder to better view them with. The eerie stranger encounter does not last for long, as the man takes one look up, makes a horrified face upon realizing all the creepy things he's been doing have been caught on camera, and runs away as fast as he can, terrified. The scariest thing about this video is how the homeowner says they were getting out of the shower at the time, meaning this person stood outside of their house and waited for the perfect opportunity to watch them come out, and maybe would have even tried to do more than watch had they not been caught. As far as I was able to research, New York police are still looking to identify this scary suspect. Number 15. This creepy, unexplained video could be real paranormal activity, at least if you ask the workers at this car wash in Jefferson, North Carolina, who say this whole building is haunted. They're scared out of the place after seeing footage of weird things like this caught on camera. In the bizarre CCTV video, an umbrella seemingly rolls off the shelf by itself and topples to the ground on its own. No one else is nearby, so what made the umbrella roll over and fall forward? A startled employee, alarmed by the loud noise, enters the room to investigate. To this day, he cannot explain how this heavy red object fell off the shelf, not even after watching strange activity caught on tape. Objects are moving on their own because this place is haunted, he worries. Is this strange video of a ghost moving objects real, or was this uploader fooled by nothing more than gravity? Number 14. The Jefferson Hotel in Austin, Texas, continues to be a haunted hotbed of paranormal activity, according to the guests and staff alike. Let's check out two recent scary videos of what they say is real proof of ghosts. Some of the creepiest things they've caught on camera to date. They say the same spooky ghost is moving objects around in the kitchen, which they have long suspected to be haunted. But this time it comes out of the kitchen and straight for them. These are the strangely scary moments caught on CCTV that they cannot explain.
Actually coming from the very top of your screen, if you'll watch, you can see movement up there, right there. So watch right here. Right there. So to me it looked like it was just coming out of nowhere and then landed, but what had happened is it's falling, and then you'll see my wife come in, and she said she doesn't even want to be anywhere near the kitchen after that filling, and so she didn't even go investigate.
Seeing objects move by themselves is nothing new around this famously haunted hotel. But here's where things get really creepy. While they're in the next room over, reviewing CCTV footage of what just happened in their kitchen, the ghost reportedly touches the man on the arm.
Right there. So we both react.
Watch his shirt sleeve at 2 minutes and 36 seconds, and you'll see it moves out like a ghost is tugging on it. He's not moving, and she's barely touching him, if at all. Was a ghostly third party reviewing the video paranormal evidence between the two of them? Number 13. Exploring haunted basements is always a scary time, but to me the creepiest basements of all aren't haunted, but rather the ones that completely sink in, like this basement in Norwood, Ohio. This ledge marks a deep drop into a sinkhole that opened up overnight at 4 a.m. The bottom of this person's basement now resembles the jagged entrance of a spooky cave, and all the belongings in this room have been permanently lost. The scariest thing about this video, aside from having a 40-foot sinkhole in your house, is standing near the edge to film the bottom. According to Google, they should be leaving the impacted area immediately and keeping far away. The whole house should be roped off and not entered. So whoever is filming is putting their life at risk, since this sinkhole could open wider at any moment. You can check your house for cracks in the foundation like this one, but aside from a professional inspection, there's no way to tell if a sinkhole is going to open up, or how big it will be. Case in point, the house in this scary video was professionally inspected and it still happened anyway. So who knows, your basement could be next. Number 12. The scariest things caught on drones are always by accident, like an unexpected close encounter with a wild animal sighted over the waters of Del Mar, California. Out of the group emerges a solitary swimmer, who, to my surprise, comes close to an approaching great white shark at 1 minute and 36 seconds. A last-second wave puts space between the two, and the lone juvenile shark breaks off the close encounter, but not without swimming behind another person who finally sees the great white and does not approach. The scariest thing about this drone video is how close the shark is swimming near people who have no idea what's under the water. Even if the great white shark has no interest in attacking them, which it probably doesn't, it still might defend itself if someone were to accidentally make contact, like say with an unlucky outstretched hand. Number 11.
One of the strangest things I've seen, like I said, at this point they're unidentified. UFOs don't
Some weird things caught on camera during a news broadcast leaves reporters completely stunned and unable to explain what they've just witnessed on live television. Check out this eerie encounter for yourself.
Photographer Luis and I were just talking in between that live shot that we brought to you in the 5 o'clock hour, looked up and just saw at least 20 or 30 lights just kind of coming into a place. So there was a dark sky, nothing, and then these like bright lights just started.
The strange and mysterious bright white lights in the sky were caught on camera while setting up for a news report on live TV on February 12, 2021. And the bizarre video still needs solving. There is an intense debate about whether or not these are part of the Starlink satellite program launched by Elon Musk. Skeptics say that the lights are too close to Earth to be satellites, to which I say they could be launching into orbit. Others point out that the Starlink satellites do not fly in pairs as seen here at 55 seconds. Here's a video of the Starlink satellites for comparison, and there appear to be some notable differences. The Starlink satellites number in the dozens and launch in a long string, whereas these lights in the sky are different, less numerous, more scattered. Maybe there are more satellites concealed by cloud coverage. None of these news anchors suggest these could be satellites, and no follow-up story has ever been posted that I could find, which is mysterious. If these are not satellites, then what's causing these strange lights in the sky?
One of the strangest things I've seen, like I said, at this point they're unidentified.
Number 10. A ghost hunting team called Paranormal Anomalies goes investigating the Little Swan Cemetery in Hibbing, Minnesota, in search of whatever scary stuff they can find. Upon arrival, the two ghost hunters report having a terrified reaction to the place for no reason at all, perhaps a haunting premonition of what's to come. Having such an eerie experience at the entrance leaves them quite hesitant to go exploring the rest of the cemetery. But they bravely push past their panic long enough to set up their equipment and record some unusual video evidence for us to analyze. Paranormal investigator James thinks he sees strange activity in his peripheral vision, and when they check the camera, these glowing eyes are watching them from the dark woods. When they go to the spot where the eyes were, their paranormal equipment detects the twisted outline of a twitching figure sprawled across the cemetery grounds. A possible ghost sighting, they claim, since absolutely no objects are on the ground. That's already some really weird stuff, But as they wonder if the figure writhing on the ground is a ghost or not, a different sighting is caught on another camera. An encounter with a ghostly figure looking over his shoulder, transparent, face blurred. James did not feel alone at the time and was ready to get out of there fast, even before this unexplained photo was taken of his spooky graveyard companion. Is the Little Swan Cemetery haunted? The validity of their paranormal experience largely hinges on if you believe this creepy photograph is real or not. The image, though scary, could have been altered. Either way, by the end of their cemetery investigation, Paranormal Anomalies concludes this place is not only haunted, but also one of the scariest places on Earth. Number 9. This strange and creepy video was taken after two friends heard a scary loud noise coming from the basement, a place they've thought was haunted for a long time. With no one else home, the two decide to go exploring the creepy area to record any strange paranormal activity, and what they find in the house haunts them to this day. The lights are not working, and as they crawl the walls with a single flashlight, creepy stuff is what they find. The beam of their flashlight searches across the blank face of a mysterious figure peeking around the corner, a creepy stranger who they think has been living in their house for some time, and who was watching them from the shadows if this scary video is real. Whether this experience was paranormal, a stranger, or fake, this video creeps me out way more than it should. Number 8. This unsettling footage, recorded at the Torquay Museum, shows weird stuff happening on the other side of the room across from two employees who cannot explain how the following events transpired. Some brochure articles fall on the floor. One of them points out how weird that was, and they appear to have a brief conversation, laughing the incident off as a strange random event. Then things go from weird to scary, because when he picks up the first brochure, more items fall on top of him, about 3 times as many as before. These two employees are freaked out, but not everyone thinks this is a paranormal experience. Skeptics believe the vibrations from walking could have caused the brochures to fall. That might be true, but isn't it strange how it doesn't happen again until he stops walking and lets his guard down? Is a ghost moving objects around this place, or is this video somehow fake? Number 7. One ultra creepy video shows why your own neighborhood can become one of the scariest places on Earth. A rather ordinary looking stranger standing on the block suddenly becomes a very scary person when he's caught on home CCTV security footage, hopping a fence to get up to the window of a house that is not theirs, at which point they begin filming the person inside with their cell phone camera. Jumping over the fence to watch someone through their window is scary enough, but taking a video to relive the experience over and over again in greater detail is a whole new level of horrifying. This is some truly depraved behavior of someone who has little to no control over themselves or their urges. On a different night, he's caught on security camera in a different neighborhood, running through people's backyards doing the same thing, gazing into houses to look at people while they go about their nightly routines, completely unaware of the creepy stranger watching them in the dark a few feet away.
Show on TV shows the same man pleasing himself. This video shows a man hanging out by a Hollywood home in the dark of night.
Number 6. Imagine if you looked outside and this was the new view from your home. Trapped cars floating at nearly the same level as the street lights. It's amazing how creepy flood videos can be, especially flash flooding on a busy highway road. This unexpected deluge occurred on Vine Street Expressway in Philadelphia, leaving miles of road underwater after Hurricane Ida ripped through the streets. At 45 seconds, you can see the water is all the way up to the overpass, and this wrong way sign points toward an exit ramp that is now completely submerged. the city had to wait days for thousands of gallons of water to drain before they could even begin to assess the damage. Would you feel safe traveling on this bridge afterwards, not knowing what kind of structural damage was caused by the floodwaters? That's exactly the kind of stuff not to think about while traveling down Vine Street Expressway, unless you want to creep yourself out. Number 5. This scary video comes from a paranormal investigation in Hartsville, South Carolina, where 2 ghost hunters went exploring an old house called Donaldson Estate for proof that the place is really haunted. They've caught some weird things on camera that they find creepy. Strange stuff they cannot explain, like this gently swinging chandelier they claim was moved by a ghost while investigating the living room.
You heard it start moving. I turn around
And it is still moving,
I see that, man. 0.4, 0.3, 0.2.
It's dropping.
0.2, there's 0.1.
The ghost hunters think they detect paranormal energy after their equipment moves over the chandelier. But couldn't this EMF readout also be a false positive caused by wires running into the ceiling fixture? Later, they record more eerie evidence of the paranormal when their investigation moves to the supposedly haunted basement.
I don't see anything, man. Wait a minute. There it is. I see it. I see it.
Some type of odd entity materializes before them in the dark room. A small, yellowish being of light they think should not exist, and they cannot explain. Then the unknown figure gets even creepier.
It's right by the door. Wait. Is that, man? There it is. This is too wild. Shit. Dude, that is wild. Dude, are we getting that? Dude, we got it. Did we catch that? I think we did.
Wispy white movements from the corner of the dark basement transform into this strange floating blue light that they think is a ghostly apparition. Whatever these strange movements were, they haunt them forever. What were these strangely scary things caught on a camera left down there while they went exploring the rest of the estate? Was it paranormal? Number 4. This creepy photo, said to be caught on an iPhone camera, has a disturbing backstory in which a man's daughter complains of a strange-looking man outside of her window for the past week. After assuring her that nothing was stalking her late at night, this unidentified horror finally appeared on the steps one night, long enough for her father to record it on camera. The monstrous stranger has wide eyes spaced far apart and an inhumanly large smile, its head cocked to the side while observing the scared father at the bottom of the stairs with sadistic glee. The creature's body is little more than a skeletal frame, with impossibly long arms that nearly touch the ground. This is almost certainly Photoshop of a scary image found online, or at least I hope so, because it's also the stuff of my nightmares. Number 3. A ghost hunting channel called Lost Souls Paranormal, Dorset TV, is investigating a cemetery where creepy stuff happens all the time. By the end of their exploration, they feel they've caught enough scary things on camera to frighten most of us for a lifetime. Their first evidence of paranormal activity is an EVP recording of a strange voice that sounds close to the camera, much closer than the 2 ghost hunters walking ahead. And it's not the person recording who's making the scary noises into the camera, because moments later, a super scary voice whispering can be heard even when the camera person is talking at the same time.
I just said.
What?
Thought I just heard somebody talking. Well, I just said.
Soon after, more scary EVP recordings are caught on camera as they travel deeper into the cemetery and begin reading markers aloud.
1959. How old? She was 3.
Did you hear that scary noise? It sounds like the haunting laughter of a little girl's ghost. And it happens when they mention the age at the time of her passing, 3 years old.
1959.
And a couple minutes later, the ghost hunters encounter a strange white light in the darkness, mysteriously flashing across the cemetery not too far away. White cemetery lights they cannot explain. When the lights disappear, they go to investigate that part of the cemetery, and things get even scarier.
Scarlet. Scarlet? Is that your name? No. Hello. Hello. Okay, yeah, so we've got the
Conjure.
Conjure.
I'm just about to conjure something up.
If this ghost video is real, then a spirit introduced itself by name, and then it said the word conjure, as if it's aware that it's being summoned. But not all of the spirits are as hospitable as Scarlet the ghost. These final scary moments caught on camera are so terrifying, the paranormal investigators decide to end their graveyard expedition.
People that are buried, they're going to try and hold on to everything that they have on Earth. What's the Did you hear that? That was
A final frightening EVP sends them off with a scare. A raspy voice full of howling malice. Coincidentally, the loud growl happens when she's talking about spirits clinging on to the material world.
I just want to say about graveyards, people think it might be a bit strange investigating all these graveyards, but they're just as haunted as a castle. And when you think as well, some of these people that are buried, they're going to try and hold on to everything that they have on Earth. Did you hear that? That was a...
Were these EVP recordings of scary voices beyond the grave or good editing? Creepy stuff if true. Number 2. This creepy video caught on CCTV's security camera at a supposedly haunted gift shop shows an apparent apparition brazenly browsing the aisles in broad daylight. Or at least that's what scared employees are saying. In the security footage, a strange white shape passes across the camera and towards a shelf. A white shape they're afraid might be a real ghost sighting. Apparently, they had the same ghost sighting 4 times in an hour before the camera stopped working for no reason. Even before having this strange encounter, store employees told scary stories of a ghost that moves objects. A ghost that especially likes to go exploring the 2nd floor. An especially haunted place where items are thrown off the shelf like something heavy is running into it. Do you believe this is video evidence of a real paranormal experience? Or is there another explanation to this strange ghost sighting they've caught on tape? Number 1. A YouTube channel called Through the Dark goes exploring an abandoned house where some creepy stuff freaks her out. Let's check out what weird things they found in this house by the woods. She's searching through some mostly empty rooms and discovers no one has been here for a long time. Left behind are some strange messages talking about a demon woman, a weeping heart, and Zen energy. Down the stairs into the old basement she goes. While feeling watched, she hears a tapping noise and finds no one is with her. That's when she notices a mysterious locked door and tries to get in.
It's shut. And even if it wasn't, I guarantee I wouldn't be able to get it open.
She wonders what strange things could be kept hidden behind this secret space. And as she finishes exploring the basement, another weird noise is caught on camera.
It's just me around in this basement.
Someone is in the house with her. Was this scary sound coming from the other side of the locked door? Creepy stuff if true. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more of everything Bill knows.